private citizens are apparently acting as vigilante groups, stopping and detaining immigrants. As you can see in this video, the men and women dress in military-style uniforms, they carry weapons, and appear on video that we've listened to identify themselves as police officers when they find immigrants who have crossed the border in remote areas. They then detain those immigrants while calling the real Border Patrol agents.
In this week's episode of Why Is No One Talking About This? What the hell is wrong with us? I want to shine God's illuminating light on a group of insane sickos in New Mexico. I'm of course referring to the United Constitutional Patriots, a group of out-of-shape, deranged, hoorah dip who got together and decided to take the law into their own hands. The militia is led by a 69-year-old Larry Mitchell Hopkins, who also goes by the alias Johnny Horton Jr., which is unrelated, but still insanely hilarious. Larry, aka Rockabilly Johnny, was arrested by the FBI this past weekend and charged as a felon in possession of firearms and ammunition.
This country was built on three things: God, guns, and guts.
Hopkins leads a militia group known as the United Constitutional Patriots.
And it is an invasion.
Based in Sunland Park, New Mexico, the militia members dress up in camouflage and are armed as they patrol the border looking for migrants who crossed over from Mexico. They are known to wear their own badges.
I love that all these dudes want to do is LARP as Tom Clancy-style super cops and play army in the desert with their friends. Like, imagine buying a Etsy fake cop badge that says special agent. I'm mommy's widow's special agent. And what do you know? Impersonating a police officer happens to be one of the many charges on Larry's lengthy rap sheet. But holding hundreds of migrants and asylum seekers captive at gunpoint was not one of the charges brought against Larry. Which might lead you to ask the question, how is this legal or allowed? Seriously, how is threatening asylum seekers at gunpoint and illegally detaining them while impersonating law enforcement officers allowed? Would it be okay if a group of anti-fascist militants got their AK-47s and rounded up Wall Street CEOs for the financial crimes they committed? Which isn't even a good analogy because financial crimes have far worse tangible negative consequences than crossing an invisible line to look for a better future for your family. Also, I mean, you really shouldn't round up CEOs like that, by the way. Please don't do that, especially since, if we're being real, the government would never actually prosecute them. But why is this insane story getting virtually no coverage? Well, one, because these sorts of militia movements have been happening for a very long time. When the overbearing nanny state won't actually do the things you want it to do, like making it illegal for women to laugh at your small penis, or deport immigrants via dragnet searches into Latino neighborhoods, you have to do what made America truly great. You know, rallying your racially agitated white neighbors to go out and do some good old lynching, or form a slave patrol, or the anti-Chinese Watchmen, or the KKK's very own Border Patrol. Now, these militant groups have been around for as long as the United States border has existed, and they're free to operate extrajudiciously for the same reason they barely get any coverage, despite being basically a violent armed terror cell. Because, and this might shock a lot of you, racism doesn't actually impose a structural threat to the established American political order. As a matter of fact, racism has often been used as a wedge between different ethnic backgrounds to prevent marginalized groups from gaining class consciousness. Because if Black, white, and Latino workers realize that they have everything in common and every reason to ally and organize together, they could demand radical change and dismantle the current order, which only benefits the ruling class. After all, as these wingnuts keep telling you, they're simply following orders from this administration, which is being held back by those awful Democrats. So they have no choice but to take matters into their own hands and do something about the false image painted by the Republican Party platform and the false image painted on Fox News every single night. I'm Hassan Piker. If this video opened up your mind a little bit, please share with your friends and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, for a longer conversation, join me at my Twitch at twitch.tv/Hassanabi, where I'm live every day at 5 p.m. Pacific. And if you'd like to help TYT out, please go to tyt.com/join and join TYT membership. It's only $5 a month, and it greatly helps us. And this has been The Breakdown. Want to see more videos like this? Well then, subscribe to the TYT channel below. Also, don't forget to become a TYT member. You can get access for as little as $4.99 a month. Also, download the TYT Plus app on your phone, or head over to tyt.com/join today.